I am most likely to be a person that seeks advice from others because I can't often handle myself nor my problems sometimes. I usually think it's a way of helping me. Taking the advices they give me makes me feel a lot better. Because of their advices, it sets as a gateway which I'm going to try my hardest to put what they said into action depending on what's best for my situation.
If that advice wasn't insulting enough, I took it as a student and a teenager because I wasn't ready to live alone and face reality. Some decisions leave me with regrets, and it is the correct thing to accept advice as long as it doesn't make me feel inferior or teach me a lesson to never do it again.
When someone gives me an advice, I will gladly accept it. It feels relief when there is someone is concerned about the situation I'm in. Taking their advice is one of the ways in which I can grow and evolve as individuals.
There is nothing wrong if someone will give you an advice towards you. I must be thankful to the person who really care about me or to the other people. In that way, I feel like I'm not the only person who lives in this world. And I really appreciate those people who care for everyone. If someone will give me an advice, I will gladly to listen and respect his or her opinion. Just like everyone said, we all have different opinions.
Personally, if someone is giving me an advice or constructive criticism to a certain thing about myself, I would gladly hear and accept those advice. For me, listening to the advice of others would be an eye-opener on the things that you're not aware of. We all are constantly learning about life and how it works. So, it is nice to hear some advice or someone educating me to a certain thing.
When someone gives me advice, is simply doing it out of the goodness of their heart and truly has no other underlying motives. Taking the same approach can be helpful. Remember that you can simultaneously appreciate someone's caring while respecting your own comfort level. In the fact of giving advice is contributing actively to someone's feeling of self-worth.
When someone gives me an advice, I would manage it by accepting his or her opinion. Some of us have different opinions. Either you can relate to it or not, and some of it can really help me on what my problems are. But sometimes, some advices are useless and it depends on the person giving the advice. Typically, I tend to listen and hear them out because you never know what you can learn from other people's experiences. However, if it's unsolicited advice, I just say thank you and move on. If I wanted someone's advice on something, I will ask for it. But the truth is that hearing out advice and listening to it are two different things. While it's always good to hear advice, it's not always good to listen to it and take it. I can ask others for their opinions and hear their stories of how they made it out of the dark tunnel. But understand that their situation is not exactly the same as my own. We are all not the same, and what made others happy will not necessarily make me happy as well. Maybe I don't have the same vision for my futures. Maybe my situation has additional factors that the other person is not aware of or does not know how to deal with. Maybe my advice givers experience had additional factors and motivations behind their actions that they either don't mention or are not even fully aware of.
It is the feeling inside you which makes you feel different and special from everyone else. Ego problems in the relationship are to blame for the breakdown of all and can also be a real spoiler.
For me, people give unsolicited advice because they like what it makes them feel, more than for a genuine concern for someone else's problems. A set of first study found that giving advice makes people feel more powerful. Just giving advice makes them feel important, and when the advice is taken, they feel valued.